It's not just the answers, not just the quotes. It's life in the margins. It's time for CluffsNotes. So ride 6 was just completed. I dropped off Tammy, and I guess if I was going to summarize this ride, I would use the word gratitude. The ride started when I picked her up. She had just been having a conversation with one of her peer mentors. She realizes how thankful she should be as she's hearing about different things. I guess the residential area that she was once in had a lot of restrictions because of some behaviors of a few. And I'm mindful about those times in classes where sometimes the teacher says, I've had it, no recess. And those that are trying their hardest are being frustratedly punished because of others. But she was saying how thankful she was that she didn't have to deal with that right now. That wasn't a part of her world anymore. She was saying that she found out recently, too, that her ex, to her shock and amazement, has been contributing towards her rent. And she was saying how thankful she was for these Pathfinder rides, what I call rides in recovery. And we were just commenting on how wonderful it is to find those places in our journey where we feel like we can make authentic connections that aren't tied to expectations. So gratitude was what permeated the conversation. Gratitude isn't passive. It's what keeps us from spiraling. And that's what I was seeing in Tammy's reflection today. She also talked a little bit about like the actual system that she's in. The class that she had today, she said she really loved. And it was because the instructor created this safe place where people were willingly and openly sharing things, which she contrasted that some of these classes are not like that. It feels very awkward and difficult to open up. And I'm reminded, like even in the education system, how many times do we set up systems that are meant to help, but sometimes without its ability to be sensitive to the needs of those individuals, we can actually start causing unexpected problems. When they're not flexible enough to really meet the needs, they risk actually doing some harm, even when they mean well. I see her navigating this and reflecting on it and not resenting it, but just trying to learn from it. Her openness and transparency is a gift to me. She told me, she goes, I normally do not talk. And yet she and I talk the entire time that she's in the car. Easy talking too. Comfortable, not worried about offending or not worried about mincing words. I guess that's where perspective really can change things. It goes back to everything I keep talking about is perspective is what we need more of. Even if we don't necessarily agree with it, it helps us to see things a little clearer when we can understand other perspectives. And that's what she's doing for me. So I love that here it is. This is the end of our first week. This Pathfinder, which is appropriately named, as we talk about this journey, we sit here as two people in our 50s who are just thankful that we were able to connect with somebody who can give us perspective and can bring something into our world that reminds us we're not alone and that humanity is bigger than all the other things going on around us. Humanity comes down to connecting with the family of choice. And I love that as we talk, we're talking about the future when her sons will be here. And I am certain there will be dinners here at the Laugh House that will include Tammy and her family of choice. In the meanwhile, we're each going to have our weekend as we start Monday with next week's rides. I hope that these thoughts might be helpful for others as you think about what it means to be human, what it means to try to find our path.
Another reel for the shelf.